Okay. Good Thursday morning, everybody. It is another fantastic Time to Thrive coaching session. And today we have a very, very special training that I'm excited to dive into because it's all about sales, how to win in the art of closing the deal. And so, as I'd mentioned in the chat, I received some new information over the last few days, in fact. And so I was updating this PowerPoint that I built a while back with some of this new info. And I'm really excited to get there. But in the meantime, it is, what is it, August the 28th today? I think it's the 28th today, isn't it? And 2025. And it is time to do a Time to Thrive coaching, everybody. So welcome to the coaching call. Our agenda for today is to get nice and focused, go over our checkpoints and check-ins process, do our roundtable and hot seat coaching sessions, and then dive into the sales skills for level up lessons, and then do a quick wrap up. So that is what the agenda is for today. By a show of thumbs up, is everybody ready for that? All right, perfect. So without further ado, let's get our brains in the right places. What's funny is I was on Shanna's website a few times over the last few days, and I saw this exact quote on Shanna's website. I don't know how long it's been there. I don't know if I just missed it the first few times I went through it.
Yeah, you must have. It's forever because I learned that way back with you at Make Your Mark.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Fabulous. Okay, so let's open up our microphones, my beautiful people, and let's do our thing here. So, in three, two, one. My mind is a
Just a garden.
garden.
My
My thoughts
thoughts
are the
are the
seeds.
seeds.
Seeds, and I
I
can
can
I can
grow
grow
flowers,
flowers or
grow.
I
or
can
I
grow
can grow
weeds.
weeds. Ain't that the truth, And in this moment, I was just chatting a little bit before we hit the record button about what's going on with my poor puppy. So he's working through what turns out to be really, really, really dangerous ulcers. So
Oh.
um, they got identified way too late, in my opinion, as to what was actually going on. So now that we've been able to give him the medication, we've calmed his stomach down and he's able to eat again. But several weeks of not eating has left him very weak and on the edge, really. And so this is one of those things where we can plant weeds or we can plant flowers in our minds around what is going on with him, right? And so I continue to really, really have a lot of faith and hope in the sense that what we're doing for him right now is going to stabilize him and then slowly but surely let him regain his strength. So, what do we plant? Right? What are we planting in our minds? Because that's what nurtures and grows. And it's so critical what we decide to put in to this noggin of ours, right? There really is no, I can't express this enough. Having been just through what I went through, and I was at the doctor's earlier this week at my speech therapy. They give you with these head and neck patients, they give you a speech therapist, right, to help you with your swallowing and your talking and your movements and stuff like that, just to make sure. And so that was on Tuesday. And on Monday, I barbecued steak. So Bray and I had steak and mashed potatoes and all this kind of stuff, right? Overdid the steak because I'm totally out of practice, but it was tasty nonetheless. And so I let the speech therapy lady know that what she said. So what are you now eating? Like, what are you able to swallow? What are you eating? I said, well, we made steak last night, and I had some. I was hungry on the way home from the store on Monday, so I grabbed a little bag of potato chips when I was at the gas station. And she's like, hang on a second, yesterday you ate steak and potato chips? I was like, well, yeah, I mean, it requires, you know, one little bag of potato chips makes me, I have to drink basically this entire thing to get it all down, but it got down, right? And it was funny because she said, you are the first patient that 2.5 months after their treatment is able to do that I've ever heard of. And in fact, I've got patients that are 5 years out from their treatment and they'll never eat steak. They'll never eat potato chips. And there's only one thing that I can attribute that to. Planting flowers, not weeds. Planting flowers, not weeds. So the specifics of it don't matter, whether it's that I'm more willing to deal with pain than other people, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But the fact is that I'm determined to eat and enjoy my life the same way I did before. And so that's what I'm gonna fucking do. Right? Anyway, it's your turn. So write down, what are some weeds? What are some weeds that are grabbing at your ankles right now that are holding you back? What are some weeds that might be tangling your path in front of you and you're not sure how to deal with them? What are some weeds that maybe you've limited yourself with? You've made a decision that's keeping you locked into where you are. And as usual, when we get to our challenges section, you'll have the option of course, unpacking these weeds a little bit and getting some solutions. Um, but what are the weeds? And take note, is this the same weed that's been popping up in the garden of your mind for months? Because it's funny, one of the things that I found is that some people, they have comfortable weeds, comfort weeds. And in fact, I don't even know if those weeds are entirely there. They might not even be real. But I think some of us just write them down because that's what we've always written down. That's our weed because we made a decision that that's our weed and that's what we're going to keep, or we're going to stick with, regardless of the evidence that weed might have already been plucked. Okay. By show of thumbs up, let me know when you guys have written down the stuff that's been holding you back or standing in your way. Okay, Shanna's got hers. Great. I can see Gary still furiously writing. So let's keep those in mind as we move forward here. And let's get to our checkpoints and check-ins document. So start date and end date for this one would be, let me check here. It would be Sunday the 10th through to Saturday the 23rd. So how was business from Sunday, August the 10th through to Saturday, August the 23rd? Write down what your revenue goal was and what revenue you hit. How many sales did you make? How many did you want to make? What was their average value? How many leads did you want to collect? And how many did you collect? And of course, as you've heard me say before, the revenue, sales, and leads numbers are the lagging indicators of your marketing, whereas the Facebook and Instagram KPIs are the leading indicators of your marketing, right? Where your business has been, where your business is going.
You say that one more time, Michael, please?
Yeah. So the revenue, sales, and leads numbers, Shanna, are what we in business would call the lagging indicators of your marketing and sales, right? So they're the things that have happened,
Okay.
right? Whereas the Facebook and Instagram KPIs, so your reach, your engagement, new follows, etc., those are all leading indicators of
Oh,
what's happening, right?
yeah. Okay.
So they are what's to come.
Okay.
And so, very quickly here, by a show of thumbs up, who was able to hit their revenue goal over the last couple weeks? Anybody able to hit their revenue goal over the last few weeks? Ah, nobody was able to hit their revenue goal last few weeks. Okay. All right. All right. Did anybody hit the sales goal, like the number of sales they wanted to, and yet still didn't hit their revenue goal? Okay, doesn't look like it. What's that, Shannon?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. And then what about leads? Anybody able to hit their leads goal for the last few weeks? Okay, Drinka got her leads goal. Excellent. Excellent, Drinka. Very good. Very good. Perfect. Okay. And now who reached their, like, who was excited about their Facebook and Instagram KPIs? Yeah. Okay. Drinka, Shanna R. Perfect. Yeah, I'll take a moment here, you guys, and load up something. You're not going to see it quite yet. But this is an indicator of how effectively and fast the content to cash system can work. As I will jump over to my other company, Just About Pets, and show you very quickly here what we're running. Drinka follows with our page here. She might have already seen it.
Free grooming for a year, maybe?
Yeah, you got it. Okay,
No, I
so
didn't see that one.
stop the share. We'll jump over to my Facebook screen. Okay, so can everybody see my Facebook screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. So this is our free grooming for a year post, and we put this out on Tuesday. Okay, so currently it has 80 comments already. 80 comments, 28 shares. And this post alone has reached almost 39,000 people in 48 hours.
Did you boost that one, Michael?
Yep, you betcha.
Okay.
Never leave it to chance,
Okay.
right? So this would be an effective post, boosted or not, Darinka, but we wouldn't get these types of numbers otherwise, right? And some people would say, see the difference here, guys. Look at these numbers right here. Can I annotate? I can. Okay. These numbers. What is marketing for?
To get new customers?
To get customers,
Yeah.
right? Just About Pets has a limited amount of customers as it exists. I would rather have 96% of everybody who sees this post be like, ooh, what company is this? I've never seen this company. They're non-followers, right? This number right here, crucial for us, right? Remember I was saying your organic following is not that valuable for most of us. We're not followed by millions, right? We don't have the time to create million person followings. So the fact is we need to fast track. So 96% of this number, right? So 96% of that number, so 37,000 people are brand new. They do not follow our page. Right? And look at these numbers. See, when you crank up the numbers, what does this also tell us right here? What does this box tell us? You guys are all smart. What does this box tell us?
The demographics of the people watching?
Sure.
They're, yeah, the ages.
So what
Yeah.
does that indicate?
Our audience?
Yeah, but what are we getting out of it, Shannon? What can we derive from these numbers?
You,
Um, you tell me, Michael.
Come
I guess
on.
you work on target marketing when
Yeah,
you
don't get so generic, you guys. Get granular. What do these numbers tell me about my audience? What do they tell me about my
You're
business?
older. Your audience is older.
You betcha. Look at that. Almost 50% are between 35 and 55. Absolutely, Gary. You're right.
and
What else?
most and women are shopping or
That's
doing,
right.
yeah.
You betcha.
Oh, yeah.
Men are irrelevant to my marketing with just about pets. In fact, I never write a post for a man ever, except Father's Day.
Hmm.
Right? It's all female colors, it's all female language, all of it. I wouldn't know this information unless I pushed these posts with dollars to get results because you need the numbers. If this was only engaged with like 600 people, it would be way less valuable than at 40,000. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing that's happening here, okay, is that, oh, I should get rid of my annotations here. Clear them off. Clear.
And
Here.
that and those are new people, huh, Michael?
Yeah, 96%. Okay.
Wow.
But as Gary pointed out, there's 80 comments on this post. So this is why the content to cash system works so well, is the post is a what they call a flywheel effect. So the longer we let it spin, the faster it spins, right? Because it's getting engagement. So we're doing everything Facebook wants. We're doing engagement with the post. Okay. So people want to stay on the post and read it and engage with it. They're commenting on the post. Facebook wants that. They want Shannon to stay on platform as long as possible. We're paying them. Facebook wants to get paid. Meta loves getting paid, right? So we're paying them. Plus, to get the lead magnet to be entered into the contest, all they had to do was comment the word groom to be entered. They don't have to leave Facebook.
Mm.
They never leave platform. Okay. And now, the other thing I want to show you very quickly is what happens, okay, inside. Now, this is going to be crucial to the sales part of what we talk about today. That's why I'm showing this to you. All right. So here we are. I'm going to go share my screen again. Boom. We're going to go to conversations. Okay. Oh, this is time. We don't need time. We need just about pets. Sorry, guys. Wrong account. Here we go. Just about pets. So this is 3 new conversations from last night, right? My automation is already responding. Hi, Scott. Congratulations. You're entered the contest. First prize, blah, 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 blah. Quick question. Have you been to Just About Pets before? Creating engagement right here through automation. When he responds, I say, that's awesome. It's not the 3 that's important. It's all of them. Look at them all. Okay. So this automation right here in just a couple of days has fired off 34 times on Facebook and 3 times on Instagram. So that's 37 customers have sparked conversation since, well, basically Tuesday at 9 o'clock. So 37 conversations have begun that will all lead to sales. Are we understanding why this is so effective?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would happen, Shanna, if we had a good lead magnet that was able to trigger 37 sales conversations in 48 hours for you?
That would be perfect.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this is why lead magnets, this is why your offering is so crucial. And I should probably do a training specifically on offers. But the fact is that that's why it's so darn important, right? To get an offer squared away. So our offer is knock your socks off. It's win an entire year of dog grooming completely free, right? So anybody who understands the value of that, you know, for some dogs that's going to be like $1,500 worth of value, $2,000 worth of value. Some
Mm-hmm.
big shaggy Samoyed every 6 weeks that's like a $200 groom. Pretty good money, right?
Yeah.
So the fact is it's a prize worth winning. So your offer should be so good that people are like, I would be really stupid not to enter this contest. This makes sense, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I wanted to jump in there and illustrate those elements because knowing what you want to achieve with your KPIs becomes crucial to being able to grow your business. And it doesn't have to take very long, right? It doesn't have to take very long at all. And what's great is that 39,000 will be probably about 120 to 150,000 by the time we're done. There's only 150,000 people that live in Abbotsford, and our targeting is such that I'm not talking to all of them. So that means that the same person will have seen our post 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times on their social media feeds. That's powerful. Right? So that's why like I was arguing with not a customer yet, but somebody anyway, it doesn't matter. But they were like, "Oh, I could target all of where were they? I think they were in Arizona, Gary." Anyway, I could just target Arizona, and I'm like, "We're not targeting Arizona. We're not target like I will we will geo target to within 25 kilometers of your house, whatever, but not Arizona, because there's no way to get there's no way to pay unless you've got a huge budget. There's no way to pay enough to get enough impressions fast enough on the same person to have them take action." Is this making sense, everybody?
Yeah, because they're not familiar with you yet. They are not in your watch audience.
That's right. So Shanna seeing my ad once doesn't really make a difference. If I can show my ad to Shanna 6 times over the next 2 weeks, now maybe she'll actually be in the right spot at the right time to
Yeah.
make a decision.
Yeah.
This is why it's important that you guys are here because people run ads wrong for you all the time. People are wasting your money all the time. All the time. So anyway, okay. So let's write down challenges. What's been a challenge then over the last couple weeks? What is a business challenge that you have run into? And then we'll get to our brainstorming and coaching sessions. So write down your challenge.
I'm here.
Shanna, I can't. I'm too far away.
Oh man, my dogs have found a gopher, like of course, 50
Of
feet
course.
from where I'm sitting, and they're digging and they're barking, and I'm just gonna mute us.
Well, we can't hear them barking, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that's a good
No,
phone.
no.
Hey, you know what I got yesterday? I'm just charging it now, is a microphone, proper microphone
Ooh,
for
nice.
video making, not like what you have there, but
Yep.
for being on the go. And I also researched a very cool tripod that's like having a proper person because it follows you and stuff.
Oh, neat. Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Love it. Drinka's like, what?
I know, Darinka. Oh my God. You need to look up, what is it called?
You can
Oh,
send me the link
You'll have to
later
put it in our messenger group, Shanna.
too. Yeah.
Put it
That
in our
would
yeah.
be
messenger group.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. right, loves. Everybody got a challenge or two that we can unpack? And then circle which one you want to do. Do you want us to talk about one of your weeds? Do you want to talk about one of your challenges? Oh, and I forgot to ask. Wins. Before we get to challenges. Write down a win or two from the last couple weeks. My goodness. Come on, Michael. Wins, 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 wins.
Your win was my win, Michael. You know what
Yes.
that is. Yeah.
E-commerce wins. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to get that solved.
Absolutely.
Nice to get that solved. Gary, how about yourself, buddy? What was a big win for the last? I know Gary booked a cool speaking engagement. So congrats to Gary. Well done, buddy. That's exciting. And he was at a really cool event last week. Stretching the brain. So what else, Gary? What was another win?
I got my what'd you call it? Content.
Matrix.
The content matrix. I got my content matrix done. Very
Hmm.
excited about that. Len, like you said, the course, the course was a speaking course. I in the 5 days, I ended up rewriting a new 30-minute talk that I can expand, and probably the best talk I've ever given.
Love it, Gary. Good job, buddy. Excellent.
So it was great.
Very good. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shanna, how about you?
Okay, well, I'm doing good. The weed that my comfortable weed, it's transitioning out of my to-dos and my pressures. So I'm having like a little bit of back and forth still yet, but I'm just on the edge of that transition over to like more zen with everything, not so much push.
Hmm.
Um,
So we're talking
uh,
wins right now, though, Shanna. What's a win?
oh,
We'll
oh,
get to
sorry, my
challenges in a minute.
Okay, good. Then my wins are the new ads that you're gonna send me pretty
Hmm.
quick here. I'm pretty excited about those ads because I am very excited about those ads and also about the new video equipment that I just told you about.
Very cool. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. And Drinka, we know is all about e-com. Any other win for you, Drinka, over the last few weeks?
Oh no, that was, I mean, like I said, I was working on that since June. So to figure that out, it's like that was fantastic. I got so much done. Yes, I knew it was a lot of work, but knowing how to do it,
Hmm.
right? And then my only question is like I'm almost done and I got like a half a dozen products still to enter. Do I have to click that publish button on the top right corner once
Yep.
I do? Okay.
Yep.
Then
Yep.
I
Yep.
test it. So perfect. Yeah,
Okay,
no.
awesome. And then Kat, how about yourself? You could unmute yourself. What's been a big win for the last couple weeks?
Sorry, hold on one sec. My babysitter just walked in the door.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Um, I guess, well, my win, I started posting the videos. Well, you did. And then I started posting them on my social media. And I had someone reach out this morning for some of the magic cream I'm selling. So somebody saw it. And then I've had some people comment on the videos, like with their testimonials
Oh,
on the
cool.
ones that I've been
Yep.
posting. So that's cool. And yeah, just a win that like, I've been getting some engagement and some hearts and loves and stuff. So yeah.
Love it, you guys. The power of publishing. I mean, I cannot say this enough, right? The power of publishing video
Hmm.
is something that is unmatched, right? Like, think Darinka was like, do I do this product, this image product post? Remember that, Darinka, a couple weeks ago? That was your challenge. Do I do the image product post that's, very professional and everything else, or do I do a video post offering this new promotion? And you did the video, and the differences were massive, right? Yeah. So I love it, Kat. That's fantastic news, right? That all we got to do is some videos, and suddenly the interest level goes way
We've
up.
only posted two.
Yeah.
I've only posted two. So can't wait to see where it's gonna go.
Yeah. And we haven't done any of the sort of underground secret content to cache stuff at all, right? We've just done the scripting, just posted. So good stuff, you guys. Good stuff. Okay. So now let's dive into the challenges. So we'll start with Darinka and then we'll go counterclockwise around my screen here. So Darinka, remember everybody, I'll bring up my PowerPoint here so we can remind ourselves what it is that we do during these challenges. Okay. So state your challenge quickly and succinctly. You've got about 30 seconds or so, 45 seconds to state your challenge. I'm going to grab my phone. We will be timing. So everyone's got 4 minutes. So you state your challenge. Okay. Then take down all ideas that you are given for the challenge. All right. All ideas. Just take them down. Don't argue. Don't debate. The whole point of this is just to get some really cool ideas flowing. And then afterwards, when we're all done today, you're going to look back at those ideas and pick some or one that you can put into place. By a show of thumbs up, does everybody got the rules? Okay, good. Remember, don't talk too long about your challenge or you'll use up all your time. We won't have enough time to help you with ideas. So there's 4 of you. We've got 4 minutes apiece, and that'll take us to just after 10 o'clock. Darinka, are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I'm going to be a little bit more drill sergeant about this. So at the 4-minute mark, unless something really magical is happening, we're going to stop. Okay? Because I want to make sure we get to training because it's going long on these coaching calls and we don't want that. Okay. Go ahead, Darinka.
Okay. Boosting on Instagram. I've had no issue boosting on Facebook. I know how to do it. I tried with that video I did on the promotion and I just got a message that it just wasn't able to work. Different platform. Should I be boosting on Instagram? That is my challenge.
Okay. Boosting on Instagram. So the answer is, I guess I'll jump on this because not everybody else might know, right? You want to get traction everywhere you can. So the quick answer is yes. Now, that being said, Darinka, when you're boosting on something like Instagram, the logistics of it are slightly different. Okay. And there is some time portions to it. So the when you're running Instagram ads, the amount of time or length of a video is different that you're allowed to do. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but there's different ratios of how much time you can dedicate to it. Right? So you might have to look at that. So if a video is longer than 2 minutes, it might be too long and Instagram won't boost it for you. Right? Or something along those lines.
It was more my account, my ads manager account. That was
Okay.
the issue. So I'm just wondering, should I go from Microsoft Edge to Chrome? Should I be doing it on my phone? I've just
I would,
never boosted on Instagram and I'm just a little confused. That's it.
yeah, I would try doing it on your phone first.
Okay.
Right? Instagram is supposed to be a mobile platform. So it might be simpler on your phone.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, that might be one of the first places to start. But we do want to be able to boost on Instagram for sure, because you want to create the same type of engagement post from there.
Thank you. Okay.
Anything else, Drink? You still got 2 minutes.
I get from one of the companies that like it was sort of homework, like the last week. Anyway, one of the companies that I see posts on social media and their emails. So in their emails, when you click on shop now, it just goes right to their e-commerce. Can I do that within Hourglass? Like have that shop now button and it just
Yeah.
goes, or is it a landing? Like,
Nope, you can take it directly to the shop page.
okay,
Just use the URL things we talked about a couple days ago.
so it can be just done that way.
Yeah.
And then I can always do
So
a
if-
test email.
Yeah, so if it's like you want them to shop for whatever product you've got, Red Dog Blue Cat, right?
Yeah.
You go shop Red Dog Blue Cat button and you take it to the URL that has the Red Dog Blue Cat as the product in the product list page.
I just have to make sure that everything's working before I start creating that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's
absolutely.
my only other challenge. Okay, thank you.
You bet. Okay. Right. So let's go to Miss Cat Baba.
Mm, I I didn't really have time to think about it because my I scrambling today. Um, I don't know. Like in our one-on-one, I'm gonna ask you about like how to load the because I want to do some other videos on the importance of side hustles and stuff like that. So I just want to know how to load up the thing. But I guess yeah, I don't know. I don't really I can't think of anything right now. Um
What about a
uh
weed? Is there anything that's been holding you back on a personal level or getting
oh
in the
yeah.
way?
I guess I got the same weed all the time, which is constantly floating through my head. I don't have enough time to do everything I need to do. I don't have enough time because I'm running two businesses and taking care of kids and it's like absolute madness every day. But I have affirmations that my phone pops up to me every day telling me that I have lots of time and everything is working out for me. It's starting to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some other suggestions for Cat, you guys, to deal with this particular weed?
Elon Musk has X number of businesses, whatever the number is, and however, I don't know, a dozen kids, whatever it is.
Yeah.
To the point that he's you even see him with the kids are with him at meetings in high level government stuff. It can be done. You can do it too. If one man can do it, you can do it.
Of course, his billions would help, Kat. But
Millions would help, yeah.
all right.
Like
But
I like this morning I missed half the meeting because my babysitter was late. So I'm just like anyway.
yeah, it's a dance for sure. I struggle with time as well. And they say delegation, and that sounds great, but I don't know. The mom, like, I don't have a good answer for that. I'm still working on it. One thing I do listen to is of course, I'm part of the inner circle, but it's Tony Robbins on like mastering your time instead of your to-do list. It's more of what you're focusing on and what things could fit into that category. So you're still getting stuff done, but you're not doing there's 65 things on the to-do list. So
And that's
that gets overwhelming. Yeah.
yeah. I I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, which I call my superpower. My husband wants me to take meds for it, and I'm like, no, it's my superpower. It allows me to handle all the things I'm handling, so screw that. But it can railroad me from concentrating on one thing at a time. This is true.
Can you time chunk your day?
I do. I've started doing that. Yeah.
Uh,
Like
yeah.
planning and like when I'm gonna do my videos, when I'm gonna do my expenses, when I'm gonna do this and this. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I find like that chunk where I have to put the time on the end of it because the project could go on for another 4 days. But if I don't stop there, I won't get that done. So that's helping me a little bit, is really sticking to the time so that I mean, who knows? Maybe you're supposed to do one thing completely and get it done. I've been doing time chunks and it's helping. But maybe you could also just seek out some podcasts or something that might help a bit with it as well. I don't know. That's
I,
what I've been doing.
I'll check out that Tony
I'll
Robbins
make
one. Love that guy.
one quick suggestion here. Whenever I hear somebody say, it's been like this for a long time, this is always how it is. This is, because Kat, you and I have had conversations for a few months now, and the use of the term madness or it's crazy
Mayhem.
around here, all this stuff is pretty common. So when I hear stuff like that, what I know deep down is that on some level, that person's made a decision, a choice to describe things that way, to live it that way,
Yeah.
right? So as much as Shanna and Gary and Drinka and myself, we could all toss you tactics, right? None of them will probably work unless you decide that your life's rhythm is actually different.
100%.
Because what you might say is madness, another person might look at and go, oh, this is just my organized rhythm of my day. So much of it is about perspective. And, we started off, my mind is a garden, my
Say it
thoughts are the
again.
seeds, and I can grow flowers or I can grow weeds. So if you want to keep watering the madness weed, Cat, it'll keep coming back. And so my suggestion is less about tactics and more about catching yourself when that mental habit of connecting your life and chaos go together.
Okay. Yeah, I have to. My husband catches me all the time. He's like,
Yeah.
ah. He's like, I make him out. Someone calls in sick, and I freak the fuck out. And he's like,
Yeah.
this happens to you 3 times a week. Like, why are you freaking out?
That's right.
Like, get over it already. I don't know.
To use
It's
that Tony
probably all the
Robbins story that he
caffeine.
shared with us when I saw him in Edmonton. He said that, remember I told you guys, like he lost $2 million on a deal. Like some guy screwed up, lost 2 million bucks on the deal. He found out on the plane. And he's like, yes, I'm Tony Robbins. You might not think $2 million is a big deal, but it's still $2 million that are now gone. Right. And he's like, yeah, I was mad. And you can imagine what Tony Robbins' anger looks like. He's a big dude. Right. But he's like, yeah, I gave myself 15 seconds.
To be mad and then
Move on.
change the state. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So it's so much of this is about self-control. Right. As much as we want to find some outside solution for a lot of this stuff, it's all inside. It's all
100%. And I know this. Like, I
Yeah.
teach this to my team all the time. It's
you
like what
do.
you're saying, you're perpetuating. If I'm like, I don't have time, I'm perpetuating more of that.
Correct.
If I say I'm stressed, I'm perpetuating more of that. And
Correct.
it's work in progress.
Yeah.
Probably if I lay off the caffeine, it'll be less of a problem.
There we go. Okay, Mr. Gary Glass, your turn, my friend. Go ahead.
All righty. Let me see. I want to speak more. And who do I ask? How do I ask? And associated with that, I find myself in a position where I volunteer a lot for other groups and
Mm-hmm.
other organization, and I'm doing too much. I need to tell them no more often.
Okay. So he wants to speak more. Get more speaking gigs. How can we help,
Yep.
Gary?
So you mean you want to speak more and say no to other things?
I want to have more speaking gigs
So paid
and
speaking gigs, is that what we're talking about, Gary? Or speaking gigs where you have the chance to sell? Which one?
uh, either of those,
So just
and
more professional speaking gigs.
professional speaking gigs, and uh, they can either be directly paid or they can give me an opportunity to sell.
Yep.
And on the back side of that, I need to quit saying okay to organizations using my time, and that will open up my time to allow me to say write a keynote, get a keynote kind of known so that I can propagate and get more speaking gigs, or at least be known for speaking.
Okay, how can we help Gary, you guys?
So Gary, you could you could do. I'll tell you what. I'm also very interested. I think you're further ahead than me. But one trainer that I listened to was Dr. Sonia Stribling, and she was brilliant. Simple, straightforward, and no free speaking is and really really good. And the other thing too that you could do just to get yourself, get your reel that you can put out there is do something that you would pay for, like a Blue Talk or a TED Talk or something where you've now stood in front, you've done the thing, and now you can use, pieces of that for your own promotion. You have that keynote in your be recorded and ready to, sub out to whoever you need to.
Can you put the person's name in the chat, Dr. Sonia?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other ideas, you guys? Thank you, Shanna.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
I just have one quick suggestion. If you know of anybody that does public speaking, you can ask them if they can suggest organizers who do that. And then you reach out to the organizers of an event, if that makes sense. I do the same thing with like our local markets here. Somebody will reach out to me because they're new in the area and they'll say, where are all the markets and who are the organizers? And I give them that information, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, those are all good suggestions, Gary. So the biggest thing that I would say is that a speaker reel important, all that kind of stuff. If you want to be a professional speaker, you have to have the actual professional tools, right? So that stuff has got to get sort of put together. But the other thing I would put out there, you guys, is that um, I did Les Brown's Power Voice speaking.
Mhm.
And one of the things that he did when he first got his speaking career organized, and I think we can all agree that Les Brown's a pretty awesome speaker,
Mhm.
pretty successful guy, is that he did, I think it was 6 or 8 straight weeks of free presentations in which he hustled his tush off to promote at a church that was just outside. I think he was in Chicago at the time. And that launched his speaking career. So he did a number of essentially keynote speeches, Gary, that were sort of a through line of personal development concepts over the course of 6 or 8 weeks. I don't remember which exact.
Would he
And
speak every day or would he
no, no,
like
no, no. It was once a week.
once a
It was
week?
on, I believe it was Saturday, so he didn't interfere with what the church was doing on the Sunday. And he got the church to be okay with him being there and using their space. And he spoke. Now, the great thing is that we have access to better broadcast tools, cheaper broadcast tools, and more powerful broadcast tools than ever before. And so, if you want to be a professional speaker, and I don't see a lot of professional speakers do this that are getting started, I don't know why. They basically hold 6 straight, 8 straight weeks of once a week presentation that goes for an hour, and they show themselves off, and they invite everyone and their cat, and they get people to promote it and push it for them, and they jump on their Zoom room or they jump into a Facebook Live or whatever they do, and they freaking talk. They demo themselves, right? And so, TED Talks and Blue Talk, all that stuff is great. They're tough to get into. They're harder to get into now than they ever were before,
Mhm.
right? Um, I recently talked to a buddy of mine who was trying to get into a TED Talk, and he's been denied 12 straight times now. Um, and the TED Talk people like we're getting literally 8, 9, 10 times the submissions that we did 5 years ago,
Wow.
right? So because people see how powerful they are, right? Simon Sinek proved that you can build an entire business out of just one damn TED Talk. So point is, Gary, is that if you want to be a speaker, we can get into business modeling, you and I privately, because there's lots of different ways of doing that and what your business model looks like. But the fact is that you got to speak.
Yeah.
So pick a subject, open the microphone, click open that camera, and start to talk. And then ultimately, if you want an audience, pick a date, pick a time, and invite everybody that you know, right? And just get out there.
But online, you're like you would you do that live
Sure.
as well? Huh?
You can do it live. It's harder to do it live because there's less people in Gary's area that are going to come, right? Now, I mean, if Gary wanted to hustle and knock on doors for the next month to book something in October, he could do that, right? and it
Mm-hmm.
might be more effective.
Because I'm wondering about doing that as well.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay, does that help, Gary?
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Thank you all.
awesome. All right, Shanna, fire away.
Super quick. Mine is just that now that I'm building all these new audience watchers and comments and stuff on my social media, I'm just wondering, aside from a direct comment, like say someone's just liking your page, um, how should I reach out to them? Like, should I send them an invite? Should I just say, hey, how are you? Should I have automations? Like, I do have an automation, but kind of what should that look like? Just for initial touch with new people, how to not be salesy, just be hi, how are ya, and at least acknowledging them, because I'm kind of not acknowledging them.
Okay, great. Suggestions, peeps.
So the question is how to connect with page touches.
You mean
Mhm.
like likes or people that are
Yeah.
commenting?
Yeah, no, the comments I can talk to them, but if
But
they've
the
just
like,
liked it, should I reach out at some point? When is too soon? What should I say? Should I just send an automation? Like, I'm just wondering how to sort of start to nurture those first few likes when we haven't had a conversation yet.
that's a very good question. I wonder that myself. I haven't even thought that far.
Well, you will, because you'll start getting all of this stuff now, response to your videos, which is what's happening to me. And because I've never had it before, I'm not really used to it. So I don't have a system in place.
So I had someone, I liked someone's profile the other day, and I don't even remember doing it, honestly. I don't know where this lady found me, and she's like, "Thank you for following me. I help people with what was it now? Fitness and moms who do this and blah blah blah. It was great to connect with you. Do you have any questions or something like that?" Like, I'm pretty sure it was an automated thing, but I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay." I thought that was kind of cool. I'm
Okay.
assuming it was automated, and
Yeah.
and I don't even remember liking whatever. I don't know where she came from, but anyways, I got this message from this lady. I must have liked something.
Thanks, Kat.
It must have been an automated thing, but it made me look at her profile. So after
Nice.
I got this, I was like, "Who's this?" And I looked, and the message was nicely written.
Okay. So thank you for following. This is what I do. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, actually, I'll find it right now. Which
Okay, cool.
it was yeah. Hold on a sec. Now that I got two Facebook pages, I'm like, ugh, I can't post and ghost. I gotta constantly jump between the two. Okay. First world problems, right? Okay.
So, Shanna, there isn't a lot of automation tools that will do that.
Okay.
And in
Oh,
fact, I wouldn't recommend automation tools to do that
Okay.
good to
because
know.
then they don't necessarily they fire off at like it's almost irritating. Like 5 minutes later, somebody sends them a message. Like, you know what I mean? Like it almost doesn't really work very well. And frankly, you want to control the conversation,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So what likely happened is that Kat got a copy and pasted conversation, not an automated conversation,
Oh,
Right.
right? Which would make sense because you want to use the same words, you want to control the script, right? But you don't necessarily want it to be automated when it happens.
so
Okay.
this is what she said. It said, "Thanks for the follow, Kat. It's great to have you here. I support women with strength, nutrition, and energy alongside their dogs. Plus, I got loads of free resources to help. Are you currently focusing on one of those areas or looking to create more consistency?"
There you go.
Rhonda.
So you always have to give a question, right? And the question should be somewhere along the lines of, are you here because you want to be, because you're interested in what we do, or are you just here for free shit?
Yeah. That's what I do at trade shows.
Yeah, because you're quickly just trying to identify whether this is an actual lead, right?
Yeah.
Or whether they're
Yeah.
just somebody who liked something.
Yeah.
So is it intrusive to,
No.
if like, let's say Bob Smith liked your thing and you went to Bob Smith's messenger and said, "Hey, thanks for liking my post. Are you," and then asked a question?
Did you find it intrusive?
No, I thought it was kind of nice.
There you go.
I was like, "Oh, she noticed me," because I have tons of new people following me, and I'm like, whatever. I don't know who these people are. I should be paying
Oh,
attention.
don't leave them behind, Kat.
I know.
So it's like somebody is literally reaching out with to shake your hand and you're ignoring them.
Yeah. Okay. So I should, when someone
Okay.
likes it, I would hit their profile and then go talk to them.
Correct.
And you're saying there isn't a bot for this. We got to manually go in and do
I
all
don't
that.
want you to use a bot for it because I want you to control the conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Even if there was a bot for it, I would slap your hand away from the bot.
Okay.
I
Because
have
then
no
people know it's a bot.
use a copy and pasted conversation. Like really work what you want that first message to say and think about it and think about it and work the
Yeah.
language. That's
Yeah.
totally cool. And copy into your notes or whatever on your phone
Yeah.
or on some spot on a document on your computer. That's all cool. But I want you to control the when and the where that conversation takes place.
The nice thing
Okay.
about doing that too, actually, is when you have a messenger conversation with somebody, Facebook thinks, oh, these people know each other, and they
Correct.
will show more of your stuff to that person.
Hence why you answered your own question, why you should not be ignoring the likes on your posts there, young lady.
Okay. Good. Great. I'm glad we talked about this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Everybody
Thank
got
you.
some good value out of our brainstorming session here?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Let's go to the next stage. So let's talk about sales skills. All right, ladies and jams, I want you to put your thinking caps on. And let's do this rapid fire. What is sales? What is it to you? Let's hear from you. What is sales?
Providing something of value to somebody else.
Okay, awesome. What else?
I don't know. My training tells me it's a path to agreement.
Okay, yeah, sure. You bet.
A transfer of belief.
Ah, the
Transfer of
transference of
value.
belief from salesperson to prospect. Love it.
I win a chocolate bar.
There you go. You get a chocolate bar. It's in the mail. Okay, what else? What else is sales?
The lifeblood of our business.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, you betcha. Good, good. Yep. What else is sales?
Money.
It is money. You betcha. Yeah, aka the lifeblood of our business.
Right.
Yeah. Good. Drinka, what do you think?
Growth of my business.
Growth? Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's a transaction between people.
Yep. It definitely is that. It's all these things. It's all of these things. There's no real right or wrong answer, everybody. It's just a matter of the reason I'm asking is so that we get the concept here that sales is everything. Right?
Yeah.
TYME Marketing Consulting is a marketing company. We specifically focus on helping you create content that leads to prospects. Now, I call it content to cash, but frankly, I can't do the cash part for you. If I did, we'd have to have, people in a sales position for you, and we'd cost 10 times as much. But the fact is that the sales part is what's going to turn everything that we do into actual results for you. Does that make sense? Right? Without sales, everything falls apart. Sales, the solving of the prospect's problems. Right? Sales is solving. And I got this here. Okay, so I got this book just the other day. I'll stop my share for a second.
Oh, Alex. No.
Okay, this is acquisition.com's internal sales training manual. This is not just a sales book. This is the book that Alex Hormozy gives his salespeople to train them.
Oh.
There are very few of these out there in the world. So he's actually given, right, me his internal training manual. It's 156 pages, right? They have sold over 100,000 people, done over 100,000 sales calls. In fact, it's multiple like 200,000 sales calls with this particular stuff. So for those who don't know, I'm wearing acquisition.com's hat, right? Alex Hormozy just launched his $100 million Money Models book.
Yeah, I got that one.
This book right here. And he did $102 million in sales on one Saturday. Right? So anyway, this is why I was adjusting my slides, because I'm literally reading his sales manual. So some of what we're going to talk about today is exactly what this guy would teach, which is crazy cool. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the things that he talks about is he tells the story about the horse that's led to water. So what's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't what?
Make it drink.
Mm-hmm. But what if you salt its food?
That
What
would be
if
mean.
you starve the horse for 3 days before it gets to the water? Right? What if you ride the horse hard for 90 minutes or 2 hours before you put the water in front of it? What if you make sure that it's 34 degrees out? Okay. And so one of the things that Hormozy talks quite a bit about, which is part of what great sales is about, is sales is maximizing the likelihood of a buy decision from the prospect. Right? This is why I don't, even if you could find automation that sent that message out to people that liked or followed, I wouldn't want you to. Because then the environment in which that message is going out is out of your control. Make sense?
No, I was writing. Could you please say that one more time?
So the reason, even if you could find the automation software, Shanna, that basically sent a, hey, thanks for following my page or liking my post or whatever, even if you could find that automation, I wouldn't want you to use it, because controlling the sales environment, which is what you are starting, don't pretend that that's not the starting of a sales conversation.
Right.
We know why you're reaching out to them.
Yeah.
It's not because
Yeah.
you need more friends, right? So you are not maximizing the likelihood of a buy decision from the prospect, because that prospect could get your message at 1:05 in the morning because it's an automated response.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
then you can't respond right away. They
Okay.
say, yeah, I'm actually really interested. What else are you doing? And you don't see that message for 9 hours.
Yeah.
And how does that make the other person feel?
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want to be having a conversation with freaking anybody at 1 o'clock in the morning. Right? So all of these
Yeah.
elements are then out of your control,
Right.
which decreases the likelihood of a buy decision from the prospect. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So the final part, sales is serving the prospect to make a decision in regards to the problem that they're facing. One of the reasons I never really get nervous about sales the way I used to was because I'm agnostic for the most part as to whether they buy or not. I just really want to help them reach a decision. They've raised their hand. They've jumped into the discovery call for a reason. And so the biggest part of my job is to help them make a decision in regard to their problems. Either they want to sit in their poop and continue to sit in their poop, or they want to get the problem solved. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Next slide. So the first part is I just want to talk about the sales process. So one of the things that you all need to do, and we can all improve this, is develop a sales process, a repeatable, systemized way of approaching sales. So a sales process is a series of clear and concise scripted stages that a salesperson and their prospect go through to either make a yes or no buying decision. All right. It is a scripted series of stages. If you go and watch Romeo and Juliet, you don't expect them to die at the beginning. Spoiler alert. That would really ruin the story, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So the fact is it's a script. It's a specific process that makes the story work. And so your sales should be the same. And you're not going to have the script all down pat right off the hop. It's going to take time to flesh it out and to test things and to figure out what language really suits you, what language suits your prospect, all this stuff. But the faster you can get to that process, that system, the more comfortable you'll get in it, the more natural it'll feel, and the more effective you will be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so what is the sales process? Well, for me, there's 3 clear stages. The nurture process, the discover or the nurture element, the discovery element, and the close. So what is the nurture stage? So nurture is the stage in which we create a connection with either a warm or cold prospect, a warm or cold audience, and we gauge for interest in our offer. Make sense, everybody?
Yep.
Discovery. This is where we uncover what exact problems or pain points our prospect has and connect those discoveries to our offer elements through, I've heard the term before, but it's also something Hormozi uses called mapping. Essentially connecting the dots between their problems and an element of our offer. And then the close. This is where we make our offer and present it in such a way as a solution to our prospect's toughest challenges. It's also the stage in which we handle objections and use looping to bring them back to our offer. Looping is what made the Wolf of Wall Street so powerful. He mastered the art of looping in the sale. They don't talk about it in the movie, right? But what the heck was that guy's name? That's going to bug me. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Jordan
The actor?
Belford.
Jordan Belfort, thank you. But his ability to loop you, basically handle your objection and loop you right back into the sales sequence was masterful. He's brilliant at it. And that's what made him sell.
Can you give us an example?
I can when we get to objection, Shanna, for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're suggesting it as a solution. Okay. To
What's
the
wrong?
prospect's problem. No, I was just making notes there on close. It's okay. I got it.
Okay. So let's talk about nurturing. So there are 2 types of nurturing. That's it. You are either nurturing a warm audience or prospect, or you're nurturing a cold audience or prospect. Okay. There's certainly different techniques, but the goal is the same. Discovery, aka next stage of the sales process. The goal is always the same. By a show of thumbs up, this makes sense, everybody? And let me know if I'm moving too fast. Don't forget, you get the recording of this, right?
We're going to get the PDF of the charts.
Oh, I can do the PDF too if you want to. Sure.
Yeah, that'd be
Be
great.
helpful. Yeah. Then I.
There's
then I
so
can
much.
listen more to
There's
notes.
so much detail here to write it down in notes.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm trying to screenshot, and then I'm losing everybody.
Yeah. So I can put I'll happily put a PDF of this into the back office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So warm nurturing. So this is someone you know and you have a connection with, aka your list. Okay, you always start with something personal and spark the conversation. Then they use the ACA method. So this is something I learned a while ago. In fact, God, many years ago. It's something that Hormozi also recommends in his book. Okay. And the ACA method is quite simple. You acknowledge them, right? You compliment them and then you ask another sort of leading question. So to use, let's say we'll use cat, right, for an example. Okay, so cat reaches out to somebody in her warm list, and let's just say they just recently had a baby cat, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, new baby, and you're already going back to work. That's amazing, right? Or I see you just had a new baby. How's everything going? Right? And they'll respond, say, oh yeah, it's really busy and things are awesome, but yeah, there's a lot going on, right? Then you compliment them. Yeah, but it looks like you've got everything absolutely handled, right? Congratulations to you. It's really hard on the body, though, isn't it? Being a mom, it was hard on my body for sure. Okay, because what's Cat doing? Cat has a health product.
Mm-hmm.
See where I'm going with this line of questioning?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and then they're going to respond. You acknowledge their response, compliment again, ask another question. And in the warm nurture sequence, you want to do this 3 or 4 times before you finally move to your basically like, hey, we've got a product that really helps with that. Would you be interested in finding out more about it? This makes sense, everybody?
Yep.
Okay. You're all here because of step 2 and step 3. Each and every one of you. All of you. You're
I'm
all
pretty
here
sure.
because via message, I walked you through this process.
I'm pretty sure you messaged me a couple times. And was like, "Hey, are those posts really doing anything for you?"
That's right.
Something like that.
No compliment.
No, no, straight to the point. It's all good.
No, I would bet that if we went back through our messages, I might have
I know. I'm
started with
just
something
bugging you.
else and then quickly moved to
Yeah, yeah.
business. And then,
I
yeah,
know.
I can be a little on the
It's
nose.
okay. I'm just bugging it. But yeah, I get what you mean though.
Right? So the entire time marketing is rolling along, doing very well these days, and I have not touched a cold audience.
You probably don't need to, honestly, right now. Once we all get going, you're gonna have warm market leads coming in like
Yeah.
my takes off.
Right? Well, so this is my point, you guys, right? Is that I hear so often, I don't know who to talk to. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure where these leads are going to come from, right? If you have something that solves people's legitimate problems, I'll bet your entire list or a good chunk of the list of people that you know are available for that solution. Okay, so does the warm side of things make sense, everybody? By show of thumbs up, yeah? Okay.
Yep.
So cold, right? This is where we use the CSTPs, complete solution to tiny problem, or lead magnets. Or you have a really amazing kick-ass offer like we're about to do for Shanna. Okay? And that creates the initial contact with the lead. So there is no way that Hormozy does $102 million in book sales on one Saturday without knowing how to nurture a cold audience. Right? No way. So the fact is that you use the agreed upon platform to communicate. So what I mean by that is, so if you've asked them to give you their email for a download, you use email, SMS, direct message, whatever's better, okay, or whatever you agree upon. So if you say, hey, download this lead magnet, and you ask their name and email address, then you're going to start your conversation with them via email. If it's SMS, hey, text this number and I'll send you, my free template, or I'll send you a coupon or whatever it is, or a discount code, then you'll have the conversation via text. The great part about the content to cash method is that we use an automated response system via Messenger. And so now we're direct messaging. Making sense, everybody?
But how come we're using an automated response now?
You're using it on the engagement post, Shanna. You're not doing it when it comes to reaching out.
Oh,
Oh,
They're two very different methods. If I reach out to you and
yeah.
you ignore me for 9 hours, I'm upset.
Okay.
Okay? If you reach out to me and then you ignore me for 9 hours, I'm also upset.
Uh-huh.
So the fact is that with our engagement style posts, we can use automation because that's the expectation. But nobody expects to be responded to when they like or follow a page.
Oh, so you're doing it when they're actually messaging you.
I'm doing it when they engage, like that, like the post for Just About Pets that I showed you. The reason I showed you that post was because there's 80 comments on the post, right? And our system is automatically sending a follow-up message saying, hey, you're in the contest,
Oh,
right? So if you entered the contest, would you not want to be recognized right away that you've entered the contest?
right. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So
Right.
that's what's happening. They're reaching out to us because we've asked them to, and so we're responding.
Yep.
That can be automated.
Okay.
What I don't want is the automation going the other direction. It's busy reaching out to people 5 minutes after they follow your page,
Right.
and you don't have control over that.
Yep.
Good question. So in cold audience sales, the salespeople who win are often those who connect with a lead the fastest, aka this engagement style post we talked about. These leads are in pain. They're looking for a solution. This is why they picked up your CSTP in the first place, and they're likely available right now. So the faster you can start asking those questions, the quicker you can find out if they're a fit for what you do. That's why we create the automated response, Shannon.
Okay.
And in those automated responses, so let's say we're talking about your company, for example, and we had built that ebook. Okay.
Okay.
So they download an ebook on alternative methods for helping their kids through, mental challenges, or however we framed it.
Yeah.
Your automatic response would happen, and then it would have a conversation with them back and forth, 3 or 4 questions deep.
Okay.
And then it would say, great, I'm just a bot, or I'm just Shanna's robot helper. I'll let her know that you're interested, and she'll get back to you right away.
Okay.
what actually? Oh,
And then the person knows that they've had a conversation with a bot. So they're
Yeah.
not expecting another response until
Okay.
Shanna responds to them.
and this system is set up when this person is downloading the free
That's right.
ebook or offer or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a separate post that you put together.
It's like that contest post that I showed you,
Okay.
right? That contest post strikes an automation that has multiple layers to it that asks a series of questions.
Okay, I missed
I'm-
part of that because I was wrangling.
Oh, yes, of course. Right.
Sorry. I was listening, but anyway, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so does this make sense, everybody? Right?
Yeah.
The real crux of this is use your warm list to build. And when you get into cold lists, speed is important, right? So Gary, if you're talking from stage, even if it's free, but you make some sort of discovery call offer or free assessment offer or whatever you want to do, and you say, text this number, and they text the number, right? You want Hourglass to immediately respond to their text that, okay, hey, I've received your text. Here's a link to book a call. Here's a link to do this, or here's the other thing. You don't want to have to wait around 5 hours to be acknowledged that you sent a text message.
Right.
This makes sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Discovery. Pain sells. So the discovery part of a sales process is all about identifying where the prospect hurts the most, of course, in relation to what you do, and connecting those problems to elements of your offer. I have sat through many sales conversations where the person was solving something or solving a problem I didn't have. You ever sat through one of those conversations?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have this woman come in. She was from a company called Jameson's here locally. I'll name drop them because they're now out of business, in part because these people were foolish in their sales process. She would walk into my office, and I'm a pretty like, I like my desk space. It's my space. Don't put your shit on my desk. Drives me nuts. I come into my office sometimes at the store and somebody's left mail on my desk, and I'm like, get that off of my desk immediately. We have a mail spot, put it there. It's a pet peeve. I don't know why, it just is. Anyway, my point is, she would come in and she would have, two or three tote bags, and she would vomit all of this crap all over my desk. She'd just start pulling shit out of these bags.
Like products?
Yeah. Balls, treats, packages of food, cans of food, right? Harnesses, leashes. Never ask me a question, never ask me what I'd want to see. None of it. She would just burp all this crap out of my desk. Drove me nuts. And finally, one day, she's like, so, my desk is covered and stuff. What would you like? And I was like, I'd like you to get your shit off my desk. I'd had enough. It had been 6 or 7 years of me going through this process, and we got into this one heck of an argument. But the point is she never asked me any questions. If she'd sat down and said, hey, how's business? What parts of your business could I help you with? She would have made 10 times the sales with me. Because 3 minutes into every conversation I had with her, I wanted her to get the heck out. And she would say to me, well, this is how all of my customers buy. And I'm like, then maybe all of your customers just love to sit across the desk from you and talk about, oh, how cool this is or how cool that is. I'm a busy guy. I don't have that kind of time, right? Retail is a solution-oriented business for me. I don't care what color the harness is. I have no instinct for that. It makes no difference to me. Is it going to sell to people that want to buy it? That's all I care about. My dog's had the same damn collar for a decade. Anyway, my point is pain sells. So identify the problems, and this is how you do it. 9 questions. Where are you at? Where would you like to be? What's in the way? Why is this not working for you right now? And then dig. Dig for the pain. Find the specifics. Right? And then once they've stated their problem clearly enough, you restate it back to them using their words. And then what you do is you relabel their problem and you map it to your solution. So you take control of the problem. Confirm that you understand the problem and that they can see the solution that you've mapped to it. And then go back up and repeat steps 3 to 8. So here's an example. I sat down with Shanna. Shanna, where's your business at right now? She says it's at X. Okay, where would you like it to be? Oh, I'd love it to be at Y. Great. So what's in the way? Well, my marketing, Michael, it's just not working the way I want it to. And I know social media can help me, but it's just not working the way I want to. So why is it not working? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know how to start. I start and then I stop and then I start and then I stop. Right, Shanna, does this sound familiar?
Yeah, maybe.
Right? It's not consistent. Anyway. Okay, so what's the problem? Is it because you're just not doing enough posts? Is it because you're spending too much time uh, doing other things? Are you not connecting with people? Oh, Michael, I think it's all of the above, right? I'm not posting enough. I don't know how to do video. I don't know how to do these things. Okay, so if I understand the problem correctly, is that your posting is kind of erratic and scattered, and you don't really have a concise system yet. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. Okay. Well, in Content to Cash, what we do is we actually give you specific content pieces that we're going to put out. We call it a content matrix. We build the whole thing for you, and you just choose what content pieces you want to do. Does that sound easy? We already come up with the ideas for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Oh, okay, yeah. That sounds like it would work for me. Okay, so what else is standing in your way? Make sense? Each one of you sitting here has experienced me doing that with you.
So this is basically what you were telling me to do with that lady that one time, is just ask more questions.
You better believe it there, darling. Mm-hmm.
So for
Here's
you
something
guys,
I want to say very quickly, okay? Don't be schmancy fancy. Stop thinking that elaborate stuff or more testimonials or more complex stuff is going to solve your problems. The basics practiced over and over and over and over and over again are what win. Gary's in real estate. It's not complicated. You find a piece of property, you invest in the piece of property, you find someone to rent it, you sit down, shut up, don't do anything for 20 years. Right, Gary?
yeah.
God willing.
That's right. So, like,
Yeah, absolutely.
if you watch the best athletes in the world, they're not practicing elaborate, like hockey players, okay? They're not practicing elaborate, put the puck onto my stick, circle around 72 times, and put it top corner shit. How do you win? How do you score goals on the power play? What do you hear all the time? Get it back to the point, traffic in front of the net, shoot the puck. In other words, get it to the middle of the ice, put people in front of the goalie so they can't see, and then shoot. Basics win. And the basics are this 9-step process right here. That's it. You can't get more basic than that. So mapping. This is crucial, you guys, because the prospect has to see your offer as the solution to their problems. When we take the reins and relabel their challenges to show how our offer solves things, we become the authority in the conversation. And you're already doing the number one thing that they want you to do. Take control. Most prospects have a problem they can't solve, and they want to go to the doctor. You are the doctor. They're telling you what the problem is, and the doctor says, this is, okay, you've got these symptoms. Boom. This is what you have. Oh, thank God, finally somebody named it. Now I know what I've got. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the doctor provides the solution. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Final piece, the close. So after your discovery process, it's actually quite easy and smooth to transition to your offer because you've already mapped your solutions to their problems. So I had another line that I would use, but this one was from Alex Hormozy's book, and I love it even more. Okay. So given everything you just told me, I think content to cash, Shanna, would really help you. You want me to walk you through it and how it works? And she's going to say yes. Like, how easy is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Kat says, well, given everything you've just told me, I think that Lactigo could really help you. Do you want me to walk you through how it works? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Right? And then the offer. Okay. Keep using the basics. Keep using your map. Problem. Okay. So Shanna, right? You were having trouble getting your content organized.
Mhm.
With our content matrix, we can completely solve that problem. Okay. And it's super awesome. We use an AI tool that we've already pre-programmed. It's going to list a whole bunch of phenomenal content ideas, and all you have to do is pick 15 of them to get started. Does that sound like it'd be pretty easy for you? Could you do that?
Hmm.
Next problem. Okay, scheduling. It's easy to get lost in the scheduling process. So what we do is we just take over scheduling for you, right? we make sure that we look at the times, look at the dates that your audience is active, and we start to over time schedule exactly how that's going to go. And you don't have to worry about scheduling anymore. All you do is just create the content, and then we'll actually schedule it for you. How's that sound? Right? And all I'm doing is I'm taking exactly what Shanna's problems were, mapping them to the features of my offer. So, Kat, in your case, it might be, yeah, you know what, that lower back pain that you've been suffering from. So I got to rub the gel right in here. Okay, it's going to get absorbed right through the skin. It's going to use carnosine to help reduce inflammation and get rid of some of that discomfort. Okay, and you'll feel it pretty quickly. I would say within the first 2 or 3 days, you're going to feel a big, huge difference. Does that sound easy enough to do? Just apply it to that spot. And what are they going to say? They're going to say, yeah. Then we get to the stack. So put all the problems in a big old stack. Connect the two. Problem, solution. Okay, so Shanna, you're worried about what content to post. We're going to do our content matrix to solve that problem for you. Okay. You were worried about posting consistently. Well, we'll take over the posting for you. So you take it out of your hands, right? You don't have to worry about it. You film, we do all the rest. Blah, blah, blah. You're just boom, stacking, stack, 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 stack. So I've got these things together. Would you like me to show you how we can move forward together? Does that sound pretty good? And they're going to say yes. And then you say, okay, well, our content to cash system is $1,500 per month, minimum 3 months. Then you close your mouth. Stop talking.
Now, these things will all still work if it's messaging back and forth, because a lot of what I'm doing and probably her will be messages, right? Not like actual verbal conversations.
It doesn't work as well through Messenger for sure. It's not as good. It's better in person. Right? But it can all work similarly. It just takes some time to script it out.
Yeah, yeah. Because most of mine will probably be on.
You'd be surprised. I think one of the things you'll have to get accustomed to doing is selling to a group, Kat.
What do you mean?
That eventually you do demos of what Lactigo does, right?
Oh, like on my page?
I just didn't know in a Zoom room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or demos, or what if you're talking about the business concept, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It has been proven that if a salesperson can close their mouth for longer than 8 seconds, their sales go up by nearly 60%.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm. Should we tell you how long 8 seconds is? It's a lot longer than you think it is. It's a lot longer than you think it is. All right,
It's
are you ready?
8,000 milliseconds.
Exactly. So if I say, Gary, it's $1,500 a month, minimum 3 months.
Because you got to give them time to think.
That was 8 seconds. It's long.
It is long.
Long time to sit in silence. I'll never forget, I'm at the Mazda dealership years ago when I bought my wife a Mazda SUV. Guy makes the offer. I counter offer. He offers back. And then I was like, okay. And I just sat there. And literally, I had a pad, a paper, right? And I'm literally doing this on the pad of paper. Going back and forth, making scratches on the paper, like writing numbers. None of it was relevant. And he threw in about $2,500 worth of extra stuff over the next 90 seconds.
Just because you were sitting there being quiet?
Yeah. Yeah. All I did was doodle on my page. Objections. There's really mainly 4.
Okay.
You're going to hear a million different versions of these, but there's really only 4. Time, money, stalling, or Hormozy used the term preference. Or I just called it
Sure.
details,
Stay down.
right? So if they say I don't have enough time, the best thing to do is to figure out, okay, well, what other time things do you find this? I mean, would you value this offer? They're going to say yes, right? Okay. What are some things that you think you might be doing that maybe we could slough off, right? Delegate, automate, or just completely eliminate. There's things that are much lower value, right? That are standing in the way. Money. Well, how much is, the problem costing you versus the solution cost? If money's the issue, you say, well, Gary, right? How much did the last year of staying stuck cost you? Right? Cat, how much is it going to cost you to not have these things working for you when this product hits full bore? And then you start your engine. What could the cost of that be? Hundreds of customers, maybe? Dozens of team members? That's a lot of money, isn't it? If they want to stall, you point out the huge cost of waiting. Or if they look at and go, well, I would prefer that this was that or this was that. And you go, well, our solution is specifically designed to solve the problem in these ways. And we do it because of these reasons. And that's how you handle objections. Now, a couple of caveats. Never, ever, ever ask, do you have any questions?
Oh no, never. Okay.
Don't, because they'll come up with some to not buy.
That's
Sorry,
a
I had
common
a
one.
customer come. What was never ask what? Sorry.
Never ask if they have any more questions.
Most people do that. It's
They
just
do.
like an automated
That's right.
thing.
Because it's a space filler.
Uh,
It's a space filler. You're much better off to go, so would you like to move forward? In Dorinka's case, it would be, would you like to maybe add a bull stick or anything like that as well? Right? Or we've got these brand new treats. Otherwise, if you say any questions, you're assuming they're not ready to buy yet.
It's like McDonald's. Would you like fries with that?
That's right.
I learned that years ago, so I'm not selling fries, but yes,
Yeah.
that's the concept.
You don't get to the McDonald's drive-through and they say, do you have any questions about the burger? Right? No. It's going to go down the gullet. That's fine. Yeah. Now, does anybody have, as we wrap things up here, I will stop this because that does bring us to the end of the slides. Thank you. Oh gosh, we went long. Sorry, guys, I got into that. Just real quick, right? What were some of the eureka moments that stood out? Was that valuable to go through that sales process?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Good. Good.
Yeah. But
So
yeah.
I'm going to ask this in two ways then. What was something that stuck out from the sales training we just did? And then we'll get to the eureka moments after that. So what's something that jumped out from the sales training?
Shut up and don't talk for 8 seconds. I've never heard that before. I can do it. If I can train Ed to do it, boy, that'll be a huge win. That man doesn't shut up. No.
Yes. Yep, for sure. What else? Thank you.
Mine was that engagement posts can be automated, but not the likes or just the follows.
Mhm.
That helps.
Yep. Script it out. By all means, script it out so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And you're essentially trying to find out, are they here because they're a lead, or are they here because they're just after some information.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
The ACA method
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
was a
Acknowledge,
good one
compliment,
for
ask.
me. Yeah, that was a good one for me. I haven't been using that. What did
Mhm.
CSTP mean?
Complete solution, tiny problem.
Oh, right. Also, to never ask if they have any questions. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was gold.
Yeah.
Yep. Never ask if they have.
I'm so guilty of that.
Oh,
That
me too.
is that has killed me more times than I
Yeah.
can than I'm willing to admit.
Same here, buddy. Same here. Took me a long time to, and sometimes I still fall into it.
Yeah. Well, having the awareness now, that's God willing, that'll help.
Yeah.
At least it's something that can be that can be an anti-KPI, a
Yes.
negative KPI, like golf. I want that to be a small number.
Nice. Nice. Love it. Kat, how about you?
Well, just a for reconfirmation about just making sure to ask the questions. Because you want to have that connection. Because like when I had that lady reach out to me for information and I just sent her a barrage of information, she never replied. And
Yeah.
then someone else messaged me the following day and I asked a few questions first and they bought. So, um, does
It's
that make
so funny.
sense?
Like, okay, yeah, we have to sort of just tell the story, Kat, because it's such a perfect illustration, right? So Kat gets a message from somebody who's interested,
A
and
cold
Kat's like,
market.
and yeah, cold market, don't know who Kat is, and Kat's really excited, and so she sends me a message going, "Oh, I just had this person respond to me," and then shows me a screenshot of everything she sent. And so she did what that lady from Jameson's would do to my desk.
Uh-huh.
Well, the lady asked for information. She said, "You have information on that Lactigo stuff." And I was like, "Okay." And I gave her a ton of information. I sent her a voice note. I sent her testimonies. And this is what it does. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for a year, by the way, because people have messaged me lots of times, "Hey, what's with that Lactigo stuff?" And I just give them what they're asking. I thought I was doing good by telling them all the things.
So that wouldn't be very different than me, like basically at the bar, right? And I'm going, "Oh, can I buy you a drink?" She says, "Sure." I'm like, "Perfect." And then I take her hand and I lead her towards the door.
Oh,
Ha
okay.
ha ha ha.
Close off.
Parking lot's good, right? That's how that other person feels,
That's a good
Eh,
one.
right? And then so juxtaposed to that, the next, and I was like, "Kat, what are you doing? Get those messages off of there."
oh yeah, I got in shit for that. But
Yeah.
I tried to fix it by asking her some questions. Oh, have you had this pain long? How has it been going for you? And she just I never heard back, which sucks because she was like she's a firefighter, so that sucks for me. But
So that's like me guiding this woman by the hand towards the door. She resists, and I go, "Oh, right. Oh, I'm so sorry. We should probably sit down first and have that glass of wine, shouldn't we? Let's do that right now." She'd be like, "Dude, absolutely not. Get away from me." Uh,
but the next time someone messaged
mhm.
in the blue, I asked
Oh,
question.
fuck.
Now the following person that messaged was a warm market because they heard of it from someone on my team, my pet team, blah 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 blah. So they kind of already had some pre-exposures. But I did ask questions and she ended up buying. So
Yeah, there you go. Right. And now you've got those 9 stages. You just take them through that.
so it's just practice. This is just going to be practice, right? To like get used to asking the questions and
Correct.
then yeah.
We really shook up Shannon with that one.
Oh, I don't know why, but it's so funny. Ah, ugh.
What hit home? That one hit home. Well, but it's like when you take it out of context, when you put it into a different context, you're like, oh, right, that is really, really foolish, right? Like, why? You
But
know?
it's like if I message somebody from Arbonne and I wanted information about their safe sunscreen for kids, and they're like, oh yeah, the sunscreen has this, this, this. I'd be like, okay, great. Because I'm already wanting to buy the sunscreen. But I don't know. But this lady clearly wanted, I don't know. I definitely needed to connect with her. I fucked that up.
Yeah. So it's like, and don't forget, you guys, you're all in business. So you treat a lot of these conversations differently than a regular consumer does. Because you're on the inside. Like we just walked through what is a pretty manipulative sales process. Not manipulating for a bad purpose. If you have a product that can help somebody get their problem solved, you should be selling them. You should use every tactic in the book to come up with a way to solve this problem,
Agreed.
right? Lactigo makes people's lives better. Shanna's
Yeah.
stuff, like her equine therapy, makes these kids' lives better. Dorinka's food makes dogs' lives better. Gary helps people get financially independent. Like these are all good solutions for people that if they're the right person, you should be selling them. So every tactic we can pull out of the woodwork to get them to say yes because it makes their lives better, we should use it. Right? So but being on the inside of that conversation, Kat, you know the tactics, you know what's going on. So it feels different for you when you approach somebody, right? And here's the other thing. Even if they gave you that information, there's a chance that you might buy it from somebody else. If they ask you 4 or 5 questions, that chance gets to almost zero.
Because we're engaging and we're connecting.
That's right.
That makes sense. Yeah. And actually, I only brought that up because I bought some sunscreen off some random Arbonne lady that I found on Facebook totally cold
Hmm.
because I wanted the natural stuff, yeah, without chemicals in it. And she actually sent me a physical letter with some samples of tea or whatever. Thank you for buying. Oh. So I was actually kind of nice.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We've really broken Shanna. I don't know what happened here.
She's just dying.
Oh,
Something interesting going on in the grass out there.
Like,
no.
is that something that we could use Hourglass for? Like, so as people buy, then having like an automated thank you message, like thank you for yada yada, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean it can't integrate with your back office in any way, right? So you would
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
trigger it somehow. But of course.
But I could put them into my, yeah, I want to be able to thank people as they buy stuff, right? Because I've had a couple randoms buy stuff for me and
Yeah.
probably a thing to do.
In theory, your company's CRM system should do that anyway.
The Lactigo company does, yes. They
Okay.
get drip feeds and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for being
Oh,
here and going a little long. This was a really good training. I hope you got good value out of this today. If you did, please make sure you share that value and what we talked about today in that Facebook Messenger chat. It really encourages people to check out the replays and to remind them to be here live to get their questions answered. So great stuff, everybody. So, Gary, you good to stop the recording?